Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we are going to start with the setup of our notification service folder. Okay, and what I did simply was I just created a volumes folder and then move everything related to Docker to these volumes, and then I have my server folder. Okay, now for this server folder, the name of the folder I'm going to create, I will give it the number 2, so it will be 2, and then I'll call this notification service. Now, the reason for this, it's supposed to be in the server, not in the Jobber shared. Okay. Now, the reason for this naming is to show the order in which we are creating, we created the folders. Okay. But with the exception of this Jobber shared. Okay. The Jobber shared is not part of, it's not a service on its own. It's just a library. But for the other services, like the notification service, will have the prefix 1, the API gateway will have the prefix 1, notification service 2, auth service 3, the user service 4, just like that. Okay, apart from this Jobber shared, which has 9 prepended to it. Okay, so I'll create the service folder right here, and then I can open it in the terminal. Here I can close that. Okay, now what I need to do next is to run the npm init command, npm init-y. Okay, yeah, and then I can copy or add the TypeScript, so tsc --init. Okay, so for the tsc config, we can copy the one we already added to the Jobber shared. Yeah, we can copy this. We are going to add some properties later, so just copy from the Jobber shared and add right here. Okay, so it's fine. Probably maybe we can take out this one, we don't need it. So let's take a look at the files. Okay, so what I did, I added some changes to this, so you can pause the video right here and maybe compare with the one you have, and then see if there are properties you can add. So the base URL, instead of source, I just used dot, and the output directory is ./build. So we're going to, once we build, it's going to create a build folder. The root directory is dot, and then I added some other properties. Okay, so you can compare with yours and then add the ones that are missing. Okay, and then this is what we are going to use throughout our application. So for every service we create, we just copy and paste. Okay, and then another thing we need to do is let's add the editor config, because we'll need to add some other properties. Okay, so let's see the editor config. We already have one in the Jobber shared, so you can copy that. Okay, so add editor config right here. Now let's just do some setup, maybe add Prettier, add ESLint. Okay, so I already attached the Prettier JSON and the ESLint JSON files. Okay, but first let us install the required Prettier and ESLint modules. Okay, so I'll install them as dev dependencies. Okay, so npm install -d. Let me pause the video and just type everything out. Okay, so these are the libraries I'm installing: TypeScript ESLint plugin, okay, TypeScript ESLint parser, ESLint config Prettier, ESLint plugin import, Prettier, and then ESLint. Okay, so you can type all of this out. Then we install these libraries. While they are being installed, I attach the files to ESLint JSON and also Prettier RC JSON. Okay, so you can copy those, download, copy and paste. Okay, add it to the root, and then the same for the Prettier RC JSON. And now at this point in time, we have not created any GitHub repo for this, so we are going, for now, we will just continue. When we get to the part of moving to or creating a GitHub repo for it, we are going to do that. Okay, for the Prettier RC, we are saying, okay, no trailing comma, the tab width 2, we semicolon, single quotes, bracket spacing, print width is 140, and then these are the ESLint rules that we are setting right here. Okay, so go ahead and add all of this. Okay, one thing we need to do before we end this video, we can go to the browser and let's search for, I think, create gitignore online, and then you go to this gitignore.io. okay, so go to gitignore.io and then you type your node, the name of your project node, and then click create. It's going to create this gitignore file for you. You can copy that, and I will add it as for now as eslint ignore.eslint ignore. okay, eslint ignore, and then we can maybe for now just create gitignore as well. Okay, now for the gitignore, even though we've not set up our project for GitHub, yeah, you can add, let's see, okay, yeah, we have our environment variables right here. Okay, so and now for the eslint ignore, we're using the same, but I'll still add some things that we have not created though. Let's just add them. Dockerfile.dev, then .dockerignore. I'm adding them now so that we don't forget about it. .npm-rc, and then Jenkins file. Okay, so add all this to the eslint ignore so that it's not going to lint the contents of this file. Okay, so we can create the source directory. Let's know that we have the source directory. Okay, so with this now, we've been able to do the initial setup. In the next video, we are going to continue with our notification service.